everyone, it's Rachel. Now, if you can't tell from my title of this video, it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to share some layouts I made at a crop. I went up to CKC in Manchester. Now, normally they offer classes in shopping, but this year they offered something called a sit and crop. So basically they took their nightly crop and they opened it up for all day. Now, there were not a lot of people in there, but it was $40 to crop from 9 a.m. till 11 p.m. And we ended up getting some, like a free magazine, and then, you know, if any of you have ever been to the craft expos, they have that, I think it's called Craft Fantastic, and it's like a little jewelry you can make with paper, and then you glue down like a protective polymer piece on top. So anyway, so we went up to crop, which is good because the shopping was deplorable. There were barely any vendors there. The ones that were totally not my style at all. It was more of the kits, like where you buy a 2-page kit and then you put your photos into it. And if that's how you scrapbook, you know, zero judgment, you know, great, you're getting your memories down. It's just not how I scrapbook, because a lot of my scrapbooking comes from wanting to play with pretty paper. So there was one that had a lot of paper. So my friend dug through and she found some things. The most populous vendor was the Creative Memories, and they really did have some cute stuff. I wasn't shopping. I just went over there because I forgot my white cardstock, and I was hoping the Close to My Heart demonstrator would have brought white cardstock, but she did not. I don't understand why you wouldn't bring a basic thing like that, but whatever. I did buy some from Creative Memories, but clue, for those of you looking for white cardstock, the white cardstock from Creative Memories is cream, not white. It's fine. I'm not going to flip out over it or anything. I used it, no problem, but it is definitely cream, not white. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the layout share. For those of you who, so you're like, well then why is it a scrapbook haul if all you bought is white cardstock? In coming home, I plugged my home address into my GPS just to see what it was telling me it was going to take, because it takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours and 2 minutes back and forth. But there was some like major accident on my normal way home. So it was taking me a secondary route. And that secondary route was literally within 15 minutes of a Tuesday morning up in Massachusetts. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to just be 15 minutes away, because normally on my normal way home, it's about 35 to 40 minutes out of my way. So I don't necessarily have to go. But I'm like, 15 minutes? Come on. Now, normally I don't find anything at Tuesday morning, but this time I actually did find something, so I thought I would share with you what it is I bought. All right, so as I said, I'm going to be doing my layout share, and then I will do the scrapbooking haul. So if you want to watch the layout share and then head out, you can totally do that. If you're here to watch the scrapbooking haul, I'm going to put a time right here that you can fast forward to watch that, or of course you may feel free to watch the entire thing. So I had originally planned to do a how to pack for a one-day crop to go along with my packing for a weekend crop and packing for flying to weekend crop, but circumstances that happened in April led to me packing slightly differently, besides forgetting my white cardstock. For those of you who don't know, my mother passed away last year, and April 8th was the anniversary of her death. And when I had gone to a crop in North Carolina at the end of March, and when I got back, it actually really hit me pretty hard. I wasn't expecting it to. Not that I haven't had, moments of grief and just awfulness and, all the firsts are very, very hard. But when I got back from that, I kind of froze. I hadn't scrapbooked at all, and then I realized I had to do my layout for my product placement series with Kelly O'Black, and so I did that one layout, but that is the only layout I had completed until I went to this crop yesterday. So I'm like, I really don't want to scrapbook, but I really don't want to step away from scrapbooking. I just need to do something else right now. So I was inspired by my friend Deb, who her stash is massively huge. She has this amazingly gorgeous, organized craft room, but she decided she really needed to go through and get a better sense of what she had. And I thought, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to do the same. So I started going through, cataloging my collections, reorganizing, labeling the bags. So here, I'll show you an example. So here's something I bought as well recently. This is the Ellie Studio Noteworthy collection. So what I've done is I've put labels on everything with the manufacturer and collection, and some bags have like multiple collections, especially if they're older and I've worked with them. So then I have now a spreadsheet on my Google Drive where I have this information matching. So I've got Ellie Studio Noteworthy, and then I have a list of what I have from it. So pattern paper, puffy stickers, wood veneer, cut aparts, and dies. Not dies, die cuts. So I only did it with my collections. I didn't do it if all I have are stickers, or if I just have a wood veneer. I just bought the wood veneers. It's only for the larger collection. So that way I can look through if I'm out and I need to see, do I own that? Or, if I'm in Tuesday morning and I run along a line I know I own, do I own that from the line? And then at some point, my hope is to start listing the main colors or the main themes in that particular line. And that way, if I have photos and I'm like, do I have something that has lots of red and orange in it? And I can go look for that. That's a ways down the line. I'm not, going crazy, just a little bit crazy. So anyway, that's what I really spent April doing. In doing that, I found several older kits that I had partially worked through way back, at the end of 2009, 2010, right before I took a hiatus from scrapbooking. I had belonged to the scrap room, which I also rejoined again in 2015, 2016 for a couple of months. And I had some kits from that scrap club. And for those of you who don't know what the scrap room does, you get small pieces. You get 2 pieces of cardstock, 3 pieces of pattern paper, and then half a pack or a partial sticker sheet of 4 different collections each month. Or you can do one where you get 2 different collections each month. So for me, I love doing it, but I had kind of stopped scrapbooking and was still getting the kit a couple of times. So I had several of those sitting around. I had some manufacturer lines where I had a piece of pattern paper and then some embellishments, or 4 scraps, but they were larger scraps of paper and some embellishment pieces. And sometimes it was just a piece of paper and a sticker, but I still had it. So my thought was to take all of these, bring them to the crop, and work with them, and then KonMari them. Thank them for their service, but let them go. So I did not bring home, except for one kit, because I still actually had quite a bit of it left, which was my my Click Kit holiday kit. I still had a decent amount where I could definitely do another layout, so I didn't feel the need to let that go. I also, if I had embellishments from that kit, I am going to keep that and just work it back into my stash. but rather than have it be as part of a kit, it's going to be worked into, like, I have like stickers. And then if I'm ever looking to make a kit, I go to my stickers and I'll pull like colors or like themed items from my stickers to make a kit. If that makes any sense, hopefully it does. All right. So, I'm sorry, I am totally rambling, and this is that part of the just stuff that comes out of my mouth portion of the video. Like I said, I put the time of where the layout share is starting. I put the time of where my scrapbook haul is starting. So if you stuck around for the rambling, thank you. All right, so I made 13 layouts at the crop. I'm going to be sharing 8 of them with you today. The other 5 are part of the kit I used from the Chamel Clear the Desk class that I am working through. I worked through my 2nd and 3rd rounds, and so I'm going to share that in a separate video that will most likely go up next week or the week after. I'm not quite sure. I have, for those of you who don't watch my videos regularly, I am still working my way through all of the layouts I made at my North Carolina crop, where I videotaped all of the ones I did. So you'll see those intermingled with the ones from North Carolina. I think those videos I have scheduled to run through mid-May. I think the last one will run sometime in the middle of May. So, and then it'll be back to stuff I worked at home, because I plan to start back to scrapbooking at home next weekend. I think next weekend. Yes. All right. All right, let's get into the layout share. So the first 2 layouts I did, I made with a kit from the scrap room. This was Little Yellow Bicycle Generation Next Gen, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I did not keep any of the scraps. I had like one scrap like that big left. I did not have any embellishments for this paper kit. I'm pretty sure what I had done was pulled I believe it came with a 6x12 sticker, but I'd used those to make some cards, like cards for boys. So I pulled some things from my stash. These are from Pink Fresh Studio, A Case of the Blahs. The epoxy stickers and the glitter stickers are from Freckled Fawn. The words are from Studio Calico. Xanthi's decided to join us. The journaling block is from Ellie Studio. And that's everything. Okay, and then my title, these are from Fancy Pants. Oh, no, we're not doing this, dude. Come sit next to me. And then the other part of the title is stamped from the title builder set from Ellie Studio. Beyond noteworthy from Ellie Studio, the other thing I bought was their Volume 2 title builder stamp set. It's stamps, acrylic pieces, and wood veneer. And I had purchased the original title builder set, and so I purchased a second one. So I brought it with me because I'm like, if I'm going to buy it, I really need to remember to use it. So you'll be seeing that throughout my layouts occasionally, and going forward, I'm really going to make a concentrated effort to use that because I like it so much. I think it's a great way to get some different titles out, and not even just regular titles, but also trying to use it for subtitles as well, or just embellishments. So here's my first layout. It is called Come to a Party, They Said. As I mentioned before, my mother passed away, and so we're trying to, this is my stepfather, trying to get him out, do some new things, because when you lose your partner, it's not like you don't have things to do, but the things you normally did with your partner, you can't do. So we have friends, and we do a game night every once in a while, and so they're having one, and we invited him to come. My best friend and I invited him to come as well, and we forgot that they had some young chickens. They have chickens, and they had some young chickens that were being bullied by one of their older chickens, so they had brought them in the house just till they got a little bit bigger, and so this is kind of a play on that line from Die Hard. Come out to the coast, you'll have a good time. So, because it's a movie both he and I enjoy. So I was saying, come to a party, they said. We didn't tell you about the chickens. So that's what this layout is about. And it's cool because it's got silver in it. I mean, it's white and silver. So it's like white in the corner and then it kind of fades to a silver. The second layout I did is also from this kit, and this is the one that finished off this little yellow bicycle paper. So this one is a picture of my nephew, his uncle, and his mom. And so all of the embellishments are from my stash. Not only was I working on clearing out some of my older kits that are partial stuff that I had, I'd also brought a bunch of enamel dots and puffy stickers, and that were like partial packs, but like so low, like there was like maybe 5 or 6 on each. So these enamel dots, these are from Carta Bella Beach Days, and I used that entire package up. These gold plus signs, I believe, came out of an old Scraptastic kit, and I used all of those up. These puffy stickers came from a Studio Calico 7 paper. So like these are all old stuff that like don't even exist anymore, and so I really wanted to use them up. And I think I almost used this entire pack up throughout the crop. I didn't finish it. I think there's still 3 stickers on it, but I definitely reduced what I had. So this is just, they went over to Rhode Island, which is where his where he lives, he and his wife, and so they took this picture. So I was just doing a lovely layout about them. All right, next up, I worked using my Click Kits Holiday Kit, which is a kit I purchased. I was at the time a Click Kit subscriber, and they offered this kit as an extra kit. It wasn't your monthly kit, so I went ahead and purchased it. I thought it was a good deal. I know I still have enough to do at least one more layout, and I'm pretty sure I've done like 5 or 6 layouts working exclusively with this kit without pulling anything in from my stash beyond Mist and maybe an Alpha. So I definitely thought it was worth the price. So this is about this little set I bought my nephew of socks that were holiday themed, and so it's like the 12 days of socks. And I was just talking about how I thought he would really like that. He's into socks, you know, it's like a teen thing. And so these are made up of American Crafts Sweater Weather, and I think this particular layout is almost all of that. It also had in it Pink Fresh Studio December Story, I think that's what it was called. And some of these stickers come from that, but the rest are all American Crafts Sweater Weather. And it happened to have, you know, because it had sweaters and mittens and hats and stuff like that. So it had sock stickers and sock die cuts. And look at me, I used twine, or whatever, baker's twine. And I never used baker's twine, but it came in the kit, so I've been trying to use it. And then on the enamel dots, I had just a couple of those left over, so I used them up with that layout. Okay. Also from the Click Kit Holiday Kit, I made this layout. Now, this is my housemate when she was a little girl. I don't have the journaling filled in. So her mother made scrapbooks, but they're the type of scrapbooks where it's just a photo and then the journaling. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with those, but I like to play with pretty paper. So hello, I'm going to redo it with pretty paper. So I'm just going to copy exactly what her mother wrote in the journaling on the scrapbook. I took photographs of different photos from the scrapbook to reproduce with pretty paper. Now this one is made up of, let me see. Yeah, so like some of it's Bella Boulevard, some of it is American Craft Sweater Weather, and then some of it is actually Great Paper Snow and Cocoa, which did not come in the kit originally. I had bought just a couple pieces of paper of it, and I just threw it in this kit because I only bought like 2 pieces of paper. But then the stickers and everything are from Pink Fresh Studio. This is from, someone told me what it's from, and I can't remember. But it is part of last year's Christmas release. And then these are just from my stash. But I just thought that was a ridiculously cute photo of her. I love the bright green colors. Hello. Late 60s, early 70s fashions. So cute. Okay. Next up is this, and this is from a Scraptastic kit. And so what I had left were these 3, so this black and white, this striped paper, and then this full-size pineapple paper. And then these alphas, and these 2 pineapple stickers, and then this was a frame that I cut in half. That is all I had from this Scraptastic kit left. So everything else is part of the stuff I brought to the crop that I was trying to work my way through. So I had some acrylics from Ellie Studio. I had these shiny puffy hearts from Amy Tangerine. I had some enamel dots. I have these phrase stickers, and those are from a Dear Lizzie collection. And then this geotag and this puffy sticker, and that's from like a Heidi Swap puffy sticker pack that I got at Michael's. So I'm actually really proud of this. I love this pineapple paper, and I'm so glad I got to use it. The other side, I'm just going to flip it over, are these broad green stripes. I like that as well, but I decided this worked pretty well. I thought because the subject of the photo, there's lots of bright colors around it, it could stand up to this very bright background. So that is that. And it's just my nephew enjoying a beach day as an infant. All right, next up, from another Scraptastic kit, this is We Are Memory Keepers, Oh Darling, something like that. I subscribed to Scraptastic until they ended up closing, but this kit I actually did not subscribe to while this kit came out. My friend Colleen had this when we were at a crop together. Oh my goodness. 2015, 2016, something like that. And she was finished using it, and she just had a very tiny bit left over. And so she gave it to me, and I had used it back when I first got it like 2 or 3 times. And all I had left was this one 12 by 12 piece of paper, a couple bits of the 6 by 6 piece of paper, some die cuts, and these flare we had made because one of our friends brought a flare making machine, and everyone made like 80 tons of flare. It was hilarious. So I used the bits and pieces left to make a grid design, and then these are Fitzgerald from my stash. The enamel dots are from my stash. And then this one sticker is from my stash. And now this sticker right here, this was from a Bella Boulevard, like little 3x4 cardstock sticker. And I only had this one sticker left. And because this is such a bright, true teal, it was hard. Like most of my teals are softer that I use in my layouts. But this one worked with this one, so I was super happy about that because I was like, yay, I finished it up. And so this is about, these are the uncle in the photo in one of my earlier layouts. These are 2 of his children. They would come over and spend the night, and they would all sleep in the living room and watch a movie before they went to bed. And so I was just doing a layout about that particular story. Okay. Next up, it's kind of funny. It's the exact same living room, just at a different angle. So I actually took this picture not for this story. This picture was taken back in 2004, and I was actually just taking a picture of the cat taking over my chair while I was scrapbooking, and I never ended up scrapbooking it. And then I was looking through photos as I was cleaning up, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. This is when I first started scrapbooking. So I'm calling this one At the Start, and this is from using Ellie Studio Sycamore Lane. which was from 2015. And so I changed the photo from a story about the cat sitting in my chair to, look at this. This is where I started. This is what I had. I had this secretary. I mean, I still have the secretary, but this is where I used to keep all my scrapbooking stuff. So I had like 3 decorative shelves, and that's where I would keep like baskets of stuff. And then I had this fold out part, and that's where I would work. And then there are little shelves in there. And then there are 2 drawers below. And then this is just like, it's not even like a scrapbooking like travel unit. It's just kind of like a heart, like one of those totes you could get. And so this and that was it. That was all I had for scrapbooking when I first started, like for like almost 2 years. That's what I had. I now have more, but that's what I had back then. So this is the pattern paper, and then from Ellie Studio. And once again, all I had was the paper, really. So these are from Freckled Fawn. These are from Webster's Pages. And just a very simple layout. Well, lots of color and pattern, as it's me, but simple in its elements. All right, and the last one I'm going to share with you is another broom kit from back in the day. 2008, 2009. So this is a mix of really old pink paisley, and then the background piece is actually basic gray. How old pink paisley do you say? Yeah, it's one-sided. It's one-sided. There's no reverse pattern on this. So this is all from the Fetching line by Pink Paisley. The chipboard pieces, the border stickers, the regular stickers, the alphas are all from the Fetching line by Pink Paisley. The only thing from Basic Gray is this background piece. This is a picture of me back in 1979 in a bathtub. So I just did a little modesty panel with some washi tape for the video. So I thought this was really cute. I cut out some pattern paper from a 3rd piece of pattern paper, or a 4th piece of pattern paper, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of pattern paper on here. Now, I had actually used this line not super very long ago, maybe about a year. I made another layout with this. I actually really like this line. It just has a lot of strong colors. So because there's so many neutrals in this photo, it can stand up to the strong colors. And yeah, no, it's a really bad photo. I was partially damaged. You know, it was 1979. So I just went with it. I didn't clean it up too much, because if I had trimmed it off right here, my face would literally be at the end of the photo, and I just didn't necessarily think that was a super awesome look. So I just went with the damaged photo look. All right, people, that is what I completed at the crop. As I said, the other 5 I will share with you when I do my video about my Chamel Clear the Dust class. So now I'm going to move on to the haul portion of this video. I promise you it will not be as long as my randomly chatting about whatever pops in my head. Okay, so here is what I picked up at Tuesday morning. It is a lot more than I usually find at Tuesday morning. Normally, I maybe find one, because I only go if I happen to be going up to Massachusetts or up to New Hampshire or Maine, and my housemate is willing to stop off at Tuesday morning. Now, she's almost always willing to stop off at Tuesday morning because it's not just scrapbooking, and we usually find other things there as well. But I normally, like I say, normally I find like one thing. Like I find, oh, look, it's a bulldog clip, and I'll get that. But that's it. Now today, I found a whole bunch. I don't know if it's like karmic, you know, okay, the shopping at CHC totally stank, so here you can find some stuff at Tuesday morning that you'll like. So hey, whatevs. I'm good. So I did get this bulldog clip, and what it is, I'm hoping to use it for when I work on traveler's notebooks to help keep them open. So that's really why I got that. So less for scrapbooking and more for traveler's notebooking, which is also scrapbooking, just, you know, rambling, sorry. I also got this tin of binder clips, and they're the ones that are open, so they're slightly prettier. And same thing for just more, just holding things open, holding things shut, holding things up to something else, less for actual scrapbooking. I then got these DIY shop doilies, and they're in 2 sizes. And I own, sorry, my animals have decided to play chase. Awesome, I know. I basically got them because there were 2 sizes of them, because I have plenty of doilies. I really didn't need to buy more, but they're really pretty, and they're 2 sizes. So, yeah, thank you guys. Super awesome. Next up, I got 2 packages of page protectors. Now, these have 10 regular ones, and then 10, what are they calling them? Or 5, sorry, 5 flush bound. Sorry, that's what they're called. I couldn't remember what they're called. 5 flush bound. So basically it's like 2 page protectors in one. It's supposed to be for doing a double page layout. And I'm like, well, I do double page layouts occasionally, not super often, but I do them sometimes. And I'm like, well, I can try to see if I like the way this looks. If not, I'll take an X-Acto knife to it and just chop off this part. And then I can use that, like, if I ever actually use my fuse tool, or if I ever make pockets, I can use that for shaker pockets for my cards. So I bought 2 of those, because I will buy if I see 12 by 12 page protectors by We Are Memory Keepers, I will buy them because they're awesome. Then I got 2 packages of foam thickers. These are thick and thin, these white ones, and then these are called Sunny. I love the turquoise color of these, and thick and thin for me are just like a nice basic white casual font. Now I need thickers like I need a hole in the head, but I can't stop myself, people. I have 0 willpower. 0. Speaking of 0 willpower, I then bought the Wonky Alpha Puffy stickers from Bella Boulevard, and I bought them in black, lilac, red, yellow. Oh wait, that's not lilac. What color is that? Oh no, that is lilac. Okay. This one looked like it's lilac, but it's not. First there's blue, then there's white, and then there's pink. Because I don't have any alphas whatsoever. Yeah, so I had to buy like a good dozen of them. It's fine, I'll use them. I then bought 2 collection packs, which I don't normally do, but at Tuesday morning prices, it was totally worth it. I first bought the Life is Beautiful collection kit from Fancy Pants, and I think this is a great basic color scheme. It's not themed for anything, but it has 12 by 12 double-sided cardstock papers, so you get 2 of each design, a puffy sticker sheet, and a sunshine yellow puffy alpha sticker. Oh, so look, I get another alpha. So hang on, let me just shake this out. So here's the puffy alpha, and then here is the puffy stickers. And they're really cute. I mean, they're shiny. I would prefer a matte puffy sticker, you know, if I had my druthers, but I'm sorry. My cat has decided to go incredibly nuts and just randomly run across the room. So I very much apologize for that. I've, like, cut things out already from here that obviously you don't see, but I can't just keep doing this over and over again. I've got to keep going on. So not only was this $7, but it was also on clearance. I couldn't believe this was on clearance. Because, like I said, normally at Tuesday morning, I barely get anything. So I was super pumped to get that. And then I also got, now these stickers were already on here. They're from obviously something else. I did not, this doesn't come from my stash. It came from the store like that. This is by Paper House, and I've never actually bought anything from Paper House. They usually have a lot of photorealistic papers, and that's just not me. You know, I think they end up looking beautiful for other people. It's just not something I, you know, go for all that awfully often. So this one is 12 12 by 12 double-sided papers and one 12 by 12 cardstock sticker. And it's lightly themed towards family, shockingly enough called One Big Happy Family. But there is definitely just, you know, a lot you can do that doesn't necessarily have to do with the theme. And then, so here are the stickers. And then there's an alpha sticker on it. And it's kind of like white ink over cork, which is really cute. Okay, and the last thing I got is this ampersand album. So if you guys don't know, I'm a huge lover of all different types of ampersands. I use them quite often. Anytime there's more than one person in a photo, and it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a person and an animal, or two animals, and I see an ampersand, I'm sticking that sucker down. So I found this. It was like $10, which I thought was a really decent price for an album. So my thinking is that I'm going to use this for my layouts that I make that are about me. So for those of you who don't know how I group my albums, and that's going to be my next big thing, is I really, really, really need to put stuff in albums. I have a ridiculous amount of stuff that needs to go into albums. My problem is I don't like spending money on albums because they're not pretty paper and stickers. So I need to bite the bullet and buy a bunch of albums and put things in them. So I have yearly albums of just events that happen in our year. Then I have albums that all the layouts that are specifically about our animals that go in there, and that just will be a continuation. Like, I'll just do however many albums I need to for that. I then have an album about me, like, so stuff from my childhood, personality ones about me, and then I have a couple of layouts for an album about my housemate. Now, obviously, all of this will wind up in my nephew's hands. He can do with them what he wants. I do this because I like to play with pretty paper, and I like to tell stories. So, all right, folks, I have rambled on enough. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back with a process video Wednesday. Yeah, because this is going to go up either on Sunday or Monday, depending on whether or not I feel like editing tonight. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the description, leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you. Thank you guys once again. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. I will see you with another process video on Wednesday. Bye!